Only on 48, our exclusive sit down with the new police chief in Priceville. He's determined to change the perception of his department, especially after a police chase that turned deadly, a wrongful death lawsuit, and the firing and rehiring of an officer, all in just a span of 2 months. Our Nick Ballinger sat down with Chief Jason Wigington for his very first interview as chief.
Jason Wigington's tenure as Priceville's newest police chief has been short. So short, in fact, his desk in his new office still sits without a nameplate.
I shuffled some furniture and things.
It's been just over 2 weeks since the city council appointed him instead of sticking with now former chief and friend of Wigington, Jerry Holmes.
It was shocking, to say the least.
The department has been in the spotlight ever since 17-year-old Tristan Hollis was killed in a crash when a suspect ran from police that started from the interstate and continued into Hartselle. Officer Gary Chapman was fired, then rehired, and Holmes changed the chase policy but was relieved of his duties shortly after, all in a span of 2 months.
Been assigned a task at hand, and I'm going to move forward with that.
The task? Change the perception around the department, specifically.
We are not just interstate crime enforcement. We're a police department for a community. I think there's been a misconception of what's been going on because our town is so safe that the spotlight of all the arrests or what have you have mainly came from the interstate.
Case in point, the dozens of arrests and drug seizures made during traffic stops on I-65 by Priceville police, even posting the hauls in front of an interstate sign.
You see the negativity, and it's not always like that. It's not.
Wigington says patrolling one of the nation's busiest roadways has been successful. The badge even reads Interstate Crime Enforcement.
They're not taking it to a home. So no, they may not be doing that, but they are in the city limits of Priceville, and we're not going to have that in our city limits.
But now is time for a change.
I want a balanced police department. We have to, let the citizens see us, and it's not just about arresting criminals constantly. We have to be inside the community also. We're still going to enforce crime on the interstate. I'll say it like that. We're not just going to camp out on the interstate. We're not going to do that.
So just like the badge, it's out with the old and in with the new.
That was our Nick Ballinger reporting, and you may still see Priceville police officers on I-65 from time to time, but Chief Wigington says you'll see them far more in the community.